Powder goes back inside. Once the balcony door is closed, she walks back to her bed, drops down to her knees, and takes out the box she always hides underneath her bed. She blows the dust off the lid, hesitates, and opens it. There, on top of her old drawings, childhood trinkets, and Clagger's goggles, sits Vi's favorite stuffed animal. With trembling fingers, Powder picks the bunny up. Time has not been kind to the toy. Nothing in the Undercity ever is. Feeling cold, Powder climbs back into bed, lies down in a fetal position. She stares at the bunny. The bunny stares back. When the tears finally come, Powder hugs the toy tightly to her chest and pretends she can hear Vi's heartbeat inside it. She takes out the bunny whenever she needs a reminder of what Vi really was like. The Vi she sees in her dreams isn't real. Her sister always made sure she was okay. At least up until she abandoned her and left her to be found by Silco. Powder shivers thinking about that man and the way he has been specifically hunting her ever since she left with Ekko all those years ago. The tears stop at some point. She doesn't fall asleep again. Then, finally she hears noises coming directly below her house. Powder jumps up. As softly as she can, she places Vi's bunny back in the box and asks, "Do you want me to tell Ekko that you said hi?" The bunny doesn't reply, but she knows it's something that Vi would want. She opens the trapdoor to make her way down the stairs to her best friend's house, her steps lighter just from the thought of starting another day with him. Her and Ekko's houses are built on top of each other on the tree. They might sleep apart, but most of the time Powder can be found at Ekko's or vice versa. Everyone in the Firelight commune knows that by finding one of them you'll also find the other. So, at some point they decided to connect the two houses with a ladder and a trapdoor so that they could get to each other faster.
Morning, Pow.
She hears Ekko greet her, the second the steps on the ladder creak under her weight. The lump she's had in her throat since she woke up prevents her from saying anything back. Sitting on the floor, Ekko is already working on his next invention, brows furrowed in concentration as he tinkers. Her silence gets him to eventually look up. I had a bad dream.
About Vi?
Before she can even nod, Ekko pats the empty space next to him. Without another word, Powder goes to sit down and rest her head on his lap. She closes her eyes, enjoying the familiar closeness, and Ekko gets back to work. She's safe. The rattling of Ekko's tools and his frustrated little sighs are like a lullaby to her mind. Powder opens her eyes, looks up to see Ekko's muscular arms working, always seeming to know what to do. His eyes are fixed on his newest invention, and his face is bare. The only times they don't have their face paint on is when they wake up and when they go to bed. Ekko looks younger without the hourglass. She supposes it makes sense, it's his war painting after all, and she doubts anyone their age in Piltover would be willing to switch places with them. Right now, as she naps on his lap, he gets to be just Ekko, the person she cares about the most, and she gets to be just Powder and know that she's not alone. Her eyes move from his handsome face back to his arms. Silently, she's grateful that Ekko likes to wear tank tops. His physique is something that should be admired. Powder's greedy eyes take in the way Ekko wets his full lips and she stops herself immediately. Feeling guilty, she turns her gaze away from him. She's happy and content with the way things are, and she knows that Ekko feels the same. Life in the Undercity is rough, but she knows she never has to doubt Ekko's love for her. So, he's her best friend. His thighs under her head are comfortable and his biceps look divine and everything is as it should be. If only it weren't for the occasional thoughts of, wow, I want to kiss him so badly, but I know Ekko would never want that, so let's just ignore these feelings. Sometimes she dreams of being something else with Ekko. Not something more, but something different. And her deep sense of guilt keeps her heavy-hearted. To distract herself, she asks, "Are you working on the Z drive?"
Nope.
Powder raises her head slightly. Ah, it's your universe-hopping machine.
I am not calling it that.
Reality hopping equipment?
You barely changed it.
But that's the end goal, right? You want to be able to prove that there are different dimensions out there. You've been obsessed with the idea of time travel and alternate universes all year. The universe machine Ekko is working on is bigger than the unfinished Z-Drive prototype. Powder thinks the device is shaped kind of like a minigun. Ekko disagrees. He says it looks like a telescope. The glowing blue light inside the machine belongs to one of the exploding gemstones Powder stole as a child, meant to, hopefully, make crazy things that go against the laws of physics happen.
I don't want to just prove their existence. I also want to travel between alternate universes.
Ambitious. That's why I like you so much. But I think you have a better chance with the Z-Drive than with this one. Going back in time is insane enough. Jumping to different dimensions sounds impossible.
I'm not giving up, though.
I know, she says, and adds in her mind. That's why I love you so much. Looking down, Ekko flashes her a wide grin, a glimpse of the cheerful, goofy kid that he has always been, and Powder is constantly amazed by how much her heart loves him. She gives him a wide smile back.
How are the traps you're making coming along?
Fine, I guess. I just feel like my mind's been a bit distracted lately.
I'm kinda stuck too. It would be nice to have a partner to work with.
In need of a little madness?
I can't change the world without you.
Powder's insides turn into mush. I'd love to be part of your project. Once I'm done with my current one, I mean. A wild bolt shoots out of the machine and almost hits Ekko in the eye. Grumbling, he throws the screwdriver on the floor. Powder sits up.
I'm okay.
Let me see. He lets her give the corner of his eye a light brush. Everything looks fine, but Powder can't help but caress the spot a few more times, feeling how the muscles in his face relax. She swallows and leans away from him. Time for a break?
Yeah, still gotta paint the hourglass symbol anyway.
Let me do it for you. When Ekko doesn't object, Powder climbs up the ladder to her place and returns with her paint supplies. She sits back down in front of him and takes out the white paint tube. All right, let's get started.